Hello, you guys. This is the daily news reaction with Shades 2. You guys, thank you so much for being here. Let me go ahead and do the copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. That entire copyright disclaimer is in my description area. Part of it is scrolling across that screen. Guys, if you like this video today, make sure you thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. And thank you guys so much. Make sure to share and leave a comment as well. Comment below on what you think about this case. Today, you guys, we are reacting to singer D4vd, David. He is a target of the grand jury. And I'm going to try to give you this other updated information. If not, I'll do that on my Night Owl Live tonight regarding D4vd or David. All right. So before we start, though, I honestly hope you guys are having a beautiful Thursday. I almost forgot what to say. And today is February 26, 2026. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with David's case. This is the young man who I don't know if it was his girlfriend or whatever, was found unalive in the trunk of his Tesla car some months ago. Okay. Anyway, this is some updated information on that. You guys check out my Night Owl Live at night, and I have videos that I did on David. Okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and go through this information. Now, this is according to Hot New Hip Hop. They said, so per ABC News, the Texas native is the target who they allege may be involved in the unaliving of 14-year-old victim Celeste Rivas Hernandez. I can never pronounce his last name. Hernandez, who might have been a victim of foul play. Los Angeles County District Attorney Nathan Hoochman also says that David is alleged to have possibly committed one count of murder. Now, it's worth clarifying, though, that the There Goes My Baby artist has not been charged or arrested. Now, this update came to light after the initially sealed filings from this case, which have been submitted in California, made their way to Texas, to a Texas court, therefore unsealing them. Okay, hold on, you guys, 1 minute. You're going down some. Now, see the rest of the story. Oh, here it is right here. Hold on. So hold on 1 second, you guys. I made a mistake. Okay, so we were at right there. So hold on. So anyway, they say, in addition, this seems to be an effort to force the Burke family's hands. David Anthony Burke's mother and father and brother have been arguing against testifying against their son and brother. Now, earlier this month, they argued that the request for them to appear in court violated their due process rights. They claimed they received redacted versions of the affidavits. They were used to support a lower Texas court order that previously attempted to summon them. But now that David is the formal focus of the investigative grand jury, they may wind up having no choice. As for the Rivas family, this may feel like a baby step into receiving answers they deserve, but it's certainly a progress and one that could speed up things and make it go forward. Now, Celeste has been reported as missing from her Lake Elsinore, California home since April 2024. That's when she was reported. The search came to a horrifying end last September when Celeste's remains were found in the front trunk of an impounded Tesla registered to David. In the months following this revelation, authorities and citizens were trying to piece together how the underage or next citizens were trying to piece together how the underage Celeste could be connected to the superstar. It seems the grand jury has discovered that COVID information, and they will do what they can moving forward. So they also had some more updated information. So let me go ahead and read a couple comments, and I'm gonna try to do that real quick. Somebody said this took long enough. Found the body in his car. He should have been booked long ago. But they first got to get evidence to make sure that he did it. Okay, you have to have evidence. Okay, Michelle said may be a victim of foul play. She didn't decapitate herself and put herself in the trunk, and I agree. Another commenter said they do not have a case. LOL. Why should he? Because she was found in his car. They don't say he unalived her. Poor baby. She should have been at track, but chasing, what? We will learn his fate. I hope they get his ass, but they have to let it stick or he will walk. Okay. All right. So, again, I don't know. I mean, I believe he did do it. I don't know for sure. I just believe he did. I mean, I don't know if he was in one of his alter egos, or he was on something, or if it was a sick, twisted game, or I don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? But I just still think that somewhere he could possibly have something to do with this. And I'm not saying 100% because we don't know, but I'm just saying I believe. Now let me give you the other information I got on him real quick. Hold on, you guys, let me get it. So they also gave more details on Celeste's body that was found in the trunk of his Tesla. Okay, let's see here. So as you guys know, they found her body decomposing in his trunk September 2025. But back then they didn't spill too many details. But now they're letting us get a little bit more details. Hold on. So I'm going to tell you what I have here. So according to court documents obtained by the Mirror US, her body was dismembered and decomposed. Now previously, there were reports that the body was even partially frozen, which became a stern point of contention between the LA Police Department and the medical examiner's office. A bit of a standoff developed between the agencies as mixed information was drummed up to the public. The last I heard, they did say, the police said her body wasn't partially frozen, but the medical examiner, I believe, or someone else said that it was. Now, in newly released court documents, which center on a dispute over a subpoena for David's family, the district attorney's office provided a fuller picture of the scene. It said her body was severely decomposed and it was dismembered, okay? And it was found in the trunk of David's Tesla on September the 8th, 2025. Then it said that the LAPD detectives, according to the documents, responded to concerns of a foul odor coming from the car. Immediately, they noticed a smell of decaying biological material consistent with a decomposing corpse coming from the front storage compartment of the car. After obtaining a search warrant, the detective searched the vehicle and found a black cadaver bag covered with insects and a strong odor of decay. They used black latex gloves to unzip the bag and found a decomposed head and torso. The detectives then called in the LA County Medical Examiner to process the decomposed body. After they removed the cadaver bag, they found arms and legs, which were severed from the body. A second black bag was discovered underneath the cadaver bag. Upon opening the second bag, the dismembered body parts were discovered. Now, before TMZ offered unconfirmed reports that police found the body partially frozen. TMZ claimed police sources believed the body was frozen for months prior to the discovery. And then, of course, it thawed in the California heat after it, after they put the body in there and it was sitting for a while. Anyway, the documents that were recently reviewed provided no indication of any frozen body parts, and the LAPD declined the claim. They said Celeste's body was not frozen, and that's according to LAPD captain and commanding officer of the Robbery Homicide Division, Scott Williams, told people. She was not decapitated. The whole frozen thing doesn't even make sense. Her body was in the car for weeks. Well, we just found out that her body was decapitated. Okay, they just went into a strict thing right there that they got from the courts, okay? Anyway, the medical examiner's office, however, was unable to comment either way. And then Chief Medical Examiner Dr. Adi Ukapo hit out at the police for their instinct to hide the reports. He said the department's mission is to have full transparency with the community by providing information about our cases to empower people to make changes that save lives. Okay? And that's what Dr. Okapo said in a formal statement. So the thing about it, the updated information, it does say that her body was decomposed. I just told you, and it was also decapitated as well. Okay. The legs, arms were underneath or in another bag or something like that. In the bag, in the torso. Yeah, decomposed head and torso was in a black cadaver bag. And then when they removed that cadaver bag, they found arms and legs, which was not attached to the body. So that's definitely not there. When the head was found separate, that is decapitated, okay? Because they said a decomposed head and torso. But they didn't say this, or maybe the police is correct. They didn't say the head was not attached to the torso. Because what part is the torso? Let me look and see. Because if the torso is a different part than what I'm thinking, then she was. And then let's see. Let's look that up real quick. Now the torso is the trunk. So it was independently of the head and limbs. So let's see. It's the main part of the body, connecting the head, arms, and legs, including the chest, abdomen, pelvis, and back. They just said the torso, right? They didn't say if it was the lower torso or the upper torso. So if it was the upper torso, they didn't say, maybe her head was still attached. Maybe that's what they mean. Okay. Maybe it was still attached. Because again, here it says they found a decomposed head and torso. That could also mean that that head was not on the torso. So I don't know for sure. They didn't go into strict details. They didn't say the head was separate from the torso. They just said they found the head, the decomposed head in the torso. Maybe the upper half of the body, the torso there with the head on it. So maybe that's the reason why the detective said that. But then again, the LA medical examiner office said they tried, to tell the public the truth. And we do know that the arms and legs were not attached to the body. So it is what it is, you guys. I don't know. But we will be constantly checking this case and providing updates to see, when and if he will be arrested. So let's see. So, okay, y'all. So y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section. I was going to try to read some of these comments, but they're not really, they're talking, but they're just saying crazy things, okay? So y'all just tell me what y'all think about this case, if you know about it. Do y'all believe David committed the unaliving? And when you say decapitated head and torso found in a found in the cadaver bag and it was decomposed, does that sound like, it depends on if it's the upper torso. They didn't tell us. If it's the lower torso, then of course her head was not attached. But if it was the upper body part, then yes, her neck, her head was probably still attached. I don't know. So what do you guys think? Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow on Friday with another daily news reaction with Shades 2. Y'all don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, share, leave a comment, and thank you again for watching. And y'all check out my Night Owl Live tonight, and I'll go into more details about this and some updated information about Nancy Guthrie. We'll go over that as well. All right? You guys have a blessed day. And again, see you later. Thank you, guys.